The brutal truth about life is this: if you don't design your future, someone else will. Most people stay broke and unhappy because they never take control. They settle for routines that drain their energy, jobs they dislike, and habits that weaken their potential. Every morning feels the same, every week a repeat of the last. Dreams fade, not because they're impossible, but because people bury them under comfort, excuses, and the endless distractions that steal years away. Success demands choices most people avoid. It asks for sacrifice, discipline, and the courage to step into uncertainty. Yet many choose the path of least resistance. They work just enough to get by, spend money as quickly as they earn it, and chase short-term pleasures to escape long-term dissatisfaction. This is why so many remain trapped. They refuse to pay the price of success but constantly pay the price of regret. And regret always costs more than discipline. One reason people stay stuck is the addiction to comfort. Growth lives in discomfort, yet most avoid it at all costs. They fear failure, they fear judgment, they fear stepping outside the box others built for them. So they play it safe. But safety has a hidden cost. It robs you of possibility. The walls that protect you are the same walls that confine you. Until you break free, you'll never taste the freedom, wealth, and happiness you silently crave. People dream of success but act in ways that guarantee failure. They scroll for hours, watch others live boldly, and confuse inspiration with action. Motivation without execution is worthless. Every second wasted is a deposit into failure. The ones who win are not smarter or luckier, they're consistent. They show up when tired, they work when uninspired, they push when others quit. Success isn't magic, it's built in the hours no one claps for, in silence and sweat. Most people fail because they want the reward without the struggle. They want the body without the workouts, the money without the grind, the respect without the scars. But the brutal truth is, life doesn't hand out trophies for wishes. It rewards those who fight for them. Comfort zones feel safe, but they slowly kill potential. Every time you choose ease over effort, you train your mind to accept mediocrity. And mediocrity never leads to success or joy. Discipline is the dividing line between success and failure. Without it, dreams remain fantasies. With it, almost anything is possible. Yet most people see discipline as punishment instead of freedom. Freedom comes from control. Control of your mind, your habits, and your time. Those who lack it drift like leaves in the wind, pushed by circumstances. But those with discipline carve their own path, no matter the storm. That's why success will always favor the disciplined. Failure isn't the problem. Quitting is. Most people give up the moment things get hard. They expect results overnight, and when success takes longer, they stop. But growth is slow, progress is invisible, and results come last. You don't plant a seed today and eat fruit tomorrow. The process tests your patience to see if you deserve the harvest. The truth? Most people never stay long enough to see results. They quit when the finish line is just ahead. Another brutal truth: excuses are chains. People say, "I'm too busy, too tired, too old, too young." Excuses sound harmless, but they steal opportunity. The clock doesn't care about your reasons. While one person says, "I can't," another says, "I'll try," and changes their life. Success doesn't wait for perfect timing, it rewards imperfect action. If you wait until everything is easy, you'll wait forever. The ones who win are those who start anyway, despite the obstacles. Happiness doesn't come from what you buy, it comes from what you build. People chase money to fill emptiness, but end up with clutter instead of joy. True wealth is freedom, purpose, and impact. Most people stay broke because they trade their time for things that depreciate instead of skills that multiply. They invest in entertainment, not education. They chase comfort, not growth. Success belongs to those who build assets within themselves before chasing possessions outside themselves. Here's the reality: no one is coming to save you. Not your boss, not your friends, not even your family. Waiting for someone else to create your success is the fastest way to stay stuck. The world doesn't owe you opportunities, it gives you chances disguised as challenges. Most people see obstacles and stop, but winners see obstacles and rise. The difference isn't talent, it's mindset. You either see barriers as walls or as doors waiting to be opened. Most people live in the past or the future but ignore the present. They replay regrets or daydream about someday. But life happens in the now. Every decision you make today shapes the tomorrow you crave. Success is built on ordinary days, not special ones. It's built in routines, habits, and choices stacked over time. If you waste today, you waste the foundation of your future. That's why the most successful protect their time like it's their greatest treasure. Another reason people fail: They care too much about what others think. Fear of judgment paralyzes them. They'd rather fit in than stand out, even if it means living below their potential. But here's the truth: no one's opinion pays your bills, builds your health, or creates your freedom. The crowd will criticize until you succeed, and then they'll ask how you did it. Stop living for applause. The only approval you need is from the person in the mirror. Distractions are the new chains. Endless scrolling, binge-watching, gossip, video games, it all consumes energy meant for building your life. People claim they don't have time, but they waste hours daily. Success isn't stolen by bad luck. It's stolen by wasted focus. The winners guard their attention like gold. They don't let small things steal big opportunities. If you don't control your focus, someone else will control it for you, and they'll profit while you stay stuck in place. People fail because they underestimate consistency. They want big leaps but ignore small steps. Success isn't about one massive move, it's about daily repetition. Tiny actions repeated become unstoppable momentum. Reading 10 minutes a day builds wisdom. Saving small amounts grows wealth. Exercising regularly transforms health. But most give up because they don't see instant results. The brutal truth: consistency is boring, but it's the boring work that compounds into success. The company you keep shapes your future. Most people surround themselves with doubters, complainers, and negative voices. That energy seeps into their mindset. If you want success, you need to protect your circle. Be around builders, dreamers, and doers. If your environment doesn't inspire you, it will drain you. That's why so many stay unhappy. They're stuck in toxic cycles with toxic people. Success demands courage to leave certain crowds behind to grow into your highest potential. The truth about happiness: it requires purpose. Without purpose, life feels empty no matter how much money you make. People chase status symbols but lie awake at night feeling unfulfilled. Why? Because they haven't discovered a reason bigger than themselves. Purpose is fuel. It gets you out of bed when motivation fades. Most people ignore it, living for weekends or escapes. But the fulfilled ones live with vision. Find your why, and success will feel inevitable, not forced. Success demands patience. In a world obsessed with quick results, most people give up too soon. They want the finish line without running the race. But mastery takes years, not days. Every expert was once a beginner who refused to quit. Every great business was once a small idea no one believed in. Most stay broke and unhappy because they're in a hurry to succeed but not committed to endure. Patience and persistence are the secret weapons of greatness. Another reason most people fail: they never invest in themselves. They spend on clothes, gadgets, and entertainment, but call education too expensive. Yet ignorance costs more than knowledge. Every dollar an hour put into skills, books, mentors, and health multiplies your value. The unsuccessful avoid these investments, staying the same year after year. The successful prioritize them, growing stronger and smarter each day. You are your greatest asset or your greatest liability. People avoid responsibility, blaming others for their situation. They blame their job, their childhood, the economy, their boss, anything but themselves. But the harsh truth is this: blame keeps you broke. Responsibility sets you free. The moment you accept that your life is your creation, everything changes. You can't control the past, but you can control your next move. The difference between winners and losers is simple. One takes ownership, the other makes excuses. Responsibility is power. Most people fail because they don't set clear goals. Vague wishes create vague results. They say, "I want success," but can't define what success means. Without direction, they drift endlessly. Goals are maps, they guide your actions and decisions. Without them, every distraction feels like an option. The successful are crystal clear. They know what they want, why they want it, and what they're willing to sacrifice for it. Clarity gives focus, and focus turns effort into achievement. The brutal truth is that success is available to anyone, but not everyone will claim it. Why? Because most people don't want to pay the price. They underestimate the grind, overestimate their effort, and quit too early. Success requires blood, sweat, and sacrifice. It demands nights without sleep, days without applause, and faith when no one else believes. That's why only a few rise. They're willing to endure what others avoid. Greatness isn't reserved, it's earned, always. Here's the final truth: life will pass whether you chase your dreams or not. 10 years from now, you'll either thank yourself or regret yourself. The majority will look back with what ifs. A rare few will smile knowing they gave everything. The choice is yours. Stay stuck with excuses or rise with discipline. Stay broke and unhappy or build a life of freedom and fulfillment. Success isn't luck. It's a decision you make today and remake every day after.